I wanted to say one other thing about the father, though. You know, I think with this song, it's really about kind of the child loving the man, and I think that's an important gesture right now, because it's kind of a way of getting the man to come down from the ledge in a way. You know, I think, or even just the male aspect of our society, you know, has gone a little bit crazy in a way, you know, with war and with this kind of predatorial kind of landscape, you know, where this kind of the sense of the threat that's in all of aspects of our lives now. It's like, in a way, I wish that if we told the man that we loved him enough, maybe he would surrender a little bit and move back into the service to serve a feminine aspect more, instead of keeping everyone in prison and him going crazy in the yard.
But can you say that maybe it is a reaction to feminism, that a man didn't know what to do anymore, and then he thought, well, I have to show my masculine side again, because women, well, they don't need me anymore. I don't know if it's...
Well, it's weird. It's like, you know, one thing that you learn. Well, I mean, you know, human beings aren't as different as probably people think, but the sexes aren't. So the biggest thing that makes a person man or woman is their hormones.
Yeah.
Without hormones, that just points you in one direction or the other, and it's very natural to be a man. It's natural to be a woman, to feel that. And I'm not saying what those roles are, but I mean, I sort of separate the reality of being male or female from this idea about archetypes, feminine and masculine archetypes.
Yeah, but they need each other. The man exists with the woman, and the woman exists with the man, more or less.
Well, you know, when we were like still living in caves, like, you know, the man would patrol the perimeter of the camp and kill anything that came near it, and kill animals and bring them in, and kind of create a safe circle in which the woman could exist and the children could exist, and the woman would create the inner circle, the family. The woman would be the one that was interconnected with other things and was giving birth to kids, and was it's very different roles, you know. And I think, you know, we probably even evolved hormones to direct us towards these roles, but in a way, in our modern society, the things that the masculine role the things that the male archetype is into doing now, which is still having wars and hoarding resources and trying to steal all the resources for themselves and build a kind of an empire. It's not serving us anymore, you know.
So you're saying maybe the man hasn't evolved into these modern times, maybe? I mean, the impulses of the man.
Well, I just think, you know, men have a lot on their plate, you know, because they've got these hormones that are driving them crazy. They've got these hormones that are driving them crazy, and they're so sweet, and I don't know what it is. They need to be understood and embraced. And then they need to realize that they're a part of the world again, you know, that they're a part of nature, that they're a part of the mysterious world, the world of the feminine, the world that gives birth. They can integrate more wholesomely into a structure that is waiting for them with open arms.
Do you think feminism had something to do with it, or is it just?
No, I think it's just.
No?
I think it's the fact that this kind of exponentially developing society. You know, you look at where we're at now versus where we were at 100 years ago, 200 years ago. Everything's just changed so quickly in population and all the things that the genders were concerned with 200 years ago. They're not necessarily applicable anymore.
So you're saying women, they still have their basic role. I mean, giving birth, and a man is just more adrift because of all the things that have happened so quickly.
No, I think I'm talking about archetypes within everyone. Every woman and man has the same set of stuff that they're working with. You know, I think that like what I identify as a feminine direction isn't necessarily a woman's direction. There's plenty of women that feel aligned with masculine. You know, and the same. It's just for me, this is how I've made logic of it, but it's certainly not the logic of a lot of the women I know in the world. You know, have a very different. My own sister challenges me endlessly on this stuff. You know, we fight about it, but
what does she say?
She doesn't believe that there's any difference between the sexes. There's any innate difference between the sexes. But as a transgender person who watches people, for instance, transition on hormones, watching people with women's bodies taking testosterone, you won't learn anything faster than watching F to M transsexual taking testosterone. Then you see what the effects of testosterone are on someone. It changes you completely. Same thing if you take estrogen. Those things change you completely.
What did it do to you? I mean, taking it?
Oh, I didn't do that.
No?
Well, you know, maybe we're getting a little deep here.
Okay.